Okay, here we go. Um, we're starting this boat from a dead stop. So these strokes are going to be a little bit deeper. We're at a moderate intensity, so we're starting in basically a level 3. And just as we're going in this sort of slower motion, a couple of things to take note of. One, let's look at, here we go, is my setup basically, right here. And as I'm set up, things to look for: straight bottom arm but not locked, straight top arm but not locked. My hands should be right on top of each other. So I'm stacking my shoulders as much as I can. I'm putting that bicep right up next to my head. So if I turn my head, I would hit it. Um, and my paddle's entering totally perpendicular, because look at all this weight that I'm putting on my blade. I'm bringing my whole body down onto that right there, just at the catch. It's like I'm taking a step forward. I'm coming down forward onto it. Also look at you can see my hip lifting off of the seat right there. And the big thing though is, as we hit the water, maybe we're making contact with the water somewhere in here. Um, and I'm driving forward and down. So look at this motion right there with my hand. It's driving it forward and down. And then my top hand right here at approximately full submersion is reacting on that blade. So all of a sudden it's hitting that spot where it's like I'm hitting it into concrete and I can't drive down anymore. Right? So there it is. And I'm still driving. It's just lifting the boat instead of driving the arm down. Right? And as I'm coming back, right? So my body's basically unwinding on this right here. Boom, my shoulder's coming all the way back. I'm coming back up to a neutral seated position, coming back forward and attacking the water right there. Again, attacking it right there. That's all my power is hitting it right there. Um, and just to note, two things that I notoriously do badly is, one, look at the curvature on my back right there. That hunch, my head forward, upper back curved. That is not a good thing. Also, you can see it better when I come over. That huge bend in my bottom arm right there. I'm absorbing some of the power of my stroke by bending my bottom arm. If I let the stroke come deeper without bending it, I would be more effective. But let's see, as we come over, we're coming over into 100% level 4. So the strokes are going to be shorter and 100% intensity in the front, with entering the water with momentum. So this is really what we're working on right now, is the idea of entering the water with momentum and getting a solid catch. So let's see, as I come over, you can see, ooh, big bent bottom arm. So all of a sudden our rate has come way up. It's hard to find that purchase, but let's slow the whole thing down so we can see what's happening. One, you can see actually how quickly I'm coming down, just in the fact that this shot is so blurred, because I'm coming down, again, with massive power, theoretically, into that catch. So here we go, is my moment of impact with the water. And let's make a mark there. So that's the angle that I'm at as I'm making impact with the water, positive angle. Um, just to note, this shot's taken a little bit from behind, so it's a little hard to see these angles. Theoretically, they're going to be a little bit more if it was taken totally square. But you can see the first thing that I'm doing, I'm hitting the water. Look at my bottom shoulder driving down, 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 down. So from here, contact with the water with power, and I'm basically driving this thing right down. And you can sort of see there's some specks in the water that are moving by. You can see that I shouldn't be moving my blade any faster than those specks through the water, right? I'm moving my blade with the water, moving the canoe past the blade, all with that nice deep purchase. So here we are, somewhere in between this frame and this frame, we're getting full submersion. So let's make a second mark on this stroke, and it's basically right there is my full submersion, somewhere again between these two. So you can see how little angle was lost between my hit, my connection with the water, and my full submersion, right? And then my effective stroke, being the part of the stroke where I'm fully submerged, is going to be basically right here. So as you can see, I'm exiting the water here. Let's make our final mark. So this is where I'm releasing. So again, my effective stroke is this. And the idea is to push this yellow line as positive as possible, to get it as far forward as possible. And everybody can work on getting it more positive. That yellow line can come forward basically with more hip rotation. It looks like I'm pretty maxed out there as far as upper body rotation, but always more hip rotation will work to get that yellow line more forward. But it doesn't look too bad. And right here, as my blade is basically at the neutral position, that the blade face relative to the direction we're going is at its max. So that's when my stroke is most effective. So we're hitting the water with 100% power. Right here, my stroke is most effective, and I should be definitely at 100% right there. This is 1 inch into my stroke, basically. And then we're coming out, and that's it. Like, I'm coming out right after after I've maxed myself out. And again, this is for our 100% stroke. So let's back this up a little bit just so we can see it at full speed. Right, all in the front, all in the front. All I'm doing is hitting the front with power. Look how little movement there is in that top arm as far as how much it's driving down. Right, it's barely driving down. Nice. Let's go back again. Nice neutral wrist. Again, by making that wrist neutral, I'm activating my upper lat. And again, just to note, things I'm doing badly is that hunch right there, my big notorious hunch. But you can sort of see it. Just look how open I'm getting, and look at my left butt cheek. You can see it definitely coming all of the way off of the seat. So I'm loading all of my weight onto that stroke right there. And one more time at speed. And that's it.